What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We back with some more Jonathan Young. This time we checking on this Sea Shanty Metal. Okay, we meddling out here on these waves, okay? Randy Dandy-O. Now, I don't think I've heard this sea shanty. I know that a while back when everybody was doing the sea shanties, it was a thing on TikTok, and everybody was like, oh, you didn't know this was a thing? And I was like, no, I'm really on TikTok. So I don't know if this is another kind of shanty thing pulling up. I don't know. All I know is that Jonathan Young is singing a sea shanty, and that's pretty much all I need to know. Now, just like when we were looking at the Wellerman, the Misty Mountains, that performance, we got a million people here. And some of these people I was introduced for the first time. Annapantsu, I was introduced to Jonathan Young's We Don't Talk About Bruno, right? The creepiness. Colm McGuinness music. I feel like I'd known who he is before I looked at the Misty Mountain one, right? Because especially you guys have been telling me. And then Caleb House, come on now. We know who that is. RichaadEB. Was he in the first? I don't know. Either ways, I've been talking too much, y'all. Let's get it going. Ready to head now. You're just gonna start like that. Hold on. All right, let's go. Now we are ready to head for the horn. We're roll and go. Our boots and our clothes, boys are all in the pond to be frolicking Randy Dandy. Way, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cables are stored to be rollicking Randy Dandy. Man yourself captain and heave with a will. Way, roll and go. Soon we'll be driving our way down the hill to be rollicking Randy Dandy. Now, hold on there, annapantsu. Hold on now. You guys know my first time on a boat was in 2017. That was my first time on a boat. It was a lot of firsts. It was my first time on a plane, first time in the ocean, first time on a boat, man. I wish they made this music out here. This would have made my first time on a boat so epic. I would have pretended to be a pirate, and it would have been glorious. One thing that I've learned when I'm listening to these sea shanties is whenever they start singing, especially when it comes to the harmonization, right? It sounds so sinister. Is that a staple in sea shanties, right? Because obviously the songs almost kind of sound like not uplifting, but there'll be times where it just sounds so sinister. And most of the time I hear it would be in the harmonies. I think that's like a staple for sea shanties for some reason. I don't know, but that's one thing I picked up. And definitely one thing I picked up when all of them are harmonizing, right? Okay, now annapantsu is about to blow our heads off. Let's keep going. Yo, range is absolutely okay. Where'd that range come from? Pretty young gals all come down in their phyllox to be rollicking Randy Dandy. Oh, heave a pole, heave away. Way, roll and go. The anchor's on board and the cables all stored to be rollicking Randy Dandy. Bro, you know things are really hitting the fan when the drummer just decides to go sonic on us, bro. Drums kind of came out of nowhere. I feel like these sea shanties, right? They leave so much room for interpretation because they're obviously sung a cappella. So when you think about adding in instruments, especially when we kind of consider, the type of people that would sing these songs. Now, I can't imagine those of the government. Maybe they did singing sea shanties. Every time I think of sea shanties, I think of pirates, not necessarily those, people organized chaos singing them, right? The non-do-gooders, the bandits and the robbers and everything singing these songs. So they didn't have access to what we have right now. And I think that's why when we're listening to this, we hear more. Sometimes we hear like heavier, like elements like this metal. This just seems so fitting, right? Because they absolutely will be blasting metal with the double drums and everything. They be jamming with the Sharks. You know what I'm saying? If you was walking the plank, they will shred to you walking. Shoot, I'm telling you, I might have to do a little dance or something if I'm walking the plank and do back there shred. I would have been like just percolating my way off the plank. Okay, man, what do I be talking about? What is even this reaction? Speaking of shredding, whoa. That was a little rhythm change there. You done tricked me. Oh, they sped it up. So they went from the kind of that dun, 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 kind of like little slow kind of swing and everything to like really revving it up. That's interesting. That's why that rhythm change kind of threw me off, right? Because I got that sense of way hey, but it sped up and I was like, yo, what's going on? And I realized they pretty much didn't necessarily go double time. They just decided to go on demon time with this rhythm. Okay. Sinister sound in the background. That's the only appropriate way to end a song, with some type of dragon growl, right? Because Jonathan Young is also another dragon slayer. As a matter of fact, many people up here are absolutely dragon slayers. Yeah, I didn't know it, but annapantsu is a dragon slayer as well, okay? Females can be dragon slayers. Why not? Shoot, she can sing with the best of them. That was absolutely amazing, man. You can kind of hear the intensity and the grit. Like all of them then morphed into pirates or something at the end of this song, right? They didn't walk out of that studio the same way they walked in. As a matter of fact, I'd be surprised if they could talk, right? Especially Jonathan Young and Colm and Richard. I'd be surprised if they could talk after doing, someone. And that's another thing, to sing with that much like grit in your voice and that much kind of scratchiness. That's a technique. I learned that very, very quickly when I tried to sing Psychosocial by Slipknot at karaoke. By the end of that song, I started very strong, but at the end of that song, I was done. I didn't want to talk at all. So I have a deep appreciation for that. Sometimes you can't appreciate things until you try it yourself and you're like, yo, bro, y'all killing this. Y'all doing this on a daily basis. You know what I mean? But anyways, that's besides the point. This was a very, very metal sea shanty. I'm pretty sure they've done the pirates good. People who be singing this, they're probably jamming to this out in their graves, the watery graves, or in some shark bellies. No, they would have been excreted out by now, hundreds of years ago. What am I talking about? Anyways, that's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.